Questions of Sally. I mean, because obviously we appreciate her coming, so let's not beat her up too much. If you've got a question, please ask Sally.
Yes, Sally. Sorry, the 72 speeding offences. Was that which day of the week was that?
I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah. I can give you the answer. I can certainly email it to Steve.
It was a midweek, though, wasn't it?
And also
it was midweek. It wasn't weekend.
Also time of day, because obviously the village gets far busier in morning rush hour, evening rush hour with private cars really, and then the heavy vehicles tend, throughout.
We have brought that up in the past with the time of day. Obviously on the socials we see it, and when we say we do appreciate that the vehicles are coming. Sometimes we see them at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and there's a lot of people in the village who will turn around and go, well, hold a second, what about 4:30 on a Thursday when everyone's racing to get home? And so sometimes we might look at it and think that there's no theory behind why they do it. I'm sure the police do have a reason for why they come at certain times. It might not seem very logical to us, but you can see from that point is we do have a very, very fast village. If they can capture 72 offences within a 2-hour period, and even if I don't know what time it is, but I know for a fact it's probably not going to be 4:30, it's not going to be 8:30 in the morning. You could probably double or triple that from what we all experience every day of our lives in this village.
We discussed gateways. Gateways are fabulous. But the council said they couldn't go in because they were only type approved for 30. So, because we suggested they move down to the 40s and make a big thing of, you're coming into the village, here's the gateway, now slow down.
You can only have a white picket fence gateway with 30 on. So you can only have them in a 30. But just remember, we've been told we can't have a 30 out to the outer limits of the village.
But I'm not sure it's correct anyway, because as I said to you, I've
seen a picket fence without a sign.
I just want to ask, so what about near misses? They can't be reported?
You can, yes, they can be reported, but we won't record
But
them.
they can be reported.
They're unreportable on a police system.
But we can report it.
We may very well attend a road traffic collision, but if it's damage only and there's no injury, it's not recorded on our system or given.
So it's not part of the data?
No.
Because it's left for them to swap details and get signatures and insurance. So it's a similar point to the guy was making earlier about if you were in a business and you had a near miss for accident calls and stuff, they would then implement things to put in place to try and stop these things happening. And that's very similar to what you're talking about with non-recorded road traffic collisions.
Very quick one. The central reporting system, is it not recorded on there either?
No, well, no, that's because that's for speeding.
Yeah. So if
it's
people
not
are speeding, they can report when it's speeding on the central reporting system.
Okay.
And all of those incidents then will form part of the basis for any action there.
Okay, so that's going to be a long list. This lady, sorry.
No, that's all right. So I live on Kington Lane, and we have had many pets killed on there. That's a national speed limit down there. Even though it's a lane, it's single tracked really most of the way, and we're now experiencing so many more near misses when we're just walking. There's footpaths and bridleways that come off there. I ride my horse on there as well, and I've had near misses on foot when I've been on foot and on my horse as well. I've had one of my pets killed on there. We've had lots of residents on Kington Lane. So I know that this is, a wide area, but also Kington Lane is a cut through for when there's diversion or we have the traffic lights. Yeah. So we notice a huge amount of traffic coming through there as well.
And that's why we want to make the point, it's all residents. Yeah. It's not just in the middle. Your view in the way how you live, you should be protected like every other resident. So we understand that. We walk that route many, many times. And the amount of times that we've had to jump out of the way of the car is quite scary.
Sorry, Steve, just to add on to that, if I may. Common Lane and Ossett's Hole Lane, 60 miles an hour. It's a national, it's a one-track road. We have horse riders, we have dog walkers. We've had cars on the roof, etc.
It's one of the areas that Graham Stanley actually picked up. Is we've got bridleways that come across. We've got a bridleway in between where we are and Glenhurst, and that's a bridle path. It has been suggested that we have more horse signs and signage about horses, because people actually do slow down apparently when they see horse signs. So maybe we need to emphasise that there are a lot of horses.
which tells you that if 20 people die, then something will happen. I have no idea, but I suspect...
Do you know what, I think it's a really good point, and do you know what? The sad thing is, there probably is a number.
There will be a
You
number.
know, but this gentleman makes here a good point like you do. Isn't prevention better?
Yeah.
Do we really have to die or have fatal accidents where we live just to make a change? If it's about money, if it's purely about money, about funding these changes, the parish council have got some money. If it's purely money, we'll go and find it.
Yeah.
We'll do a crowdfund. We'll do something.
In my view, the ultimate answer is to actually have an average speed camera at either end of it. What made you manage to do it? I've paid the fine.
Yeah. Tony. Oh, and another thing as well, if you're a resident and you get caught speeding through the village, shame on you. Come on, guys. Yeah, you should be the ones who slow down. Do you know what? This is really good. I'll come back to it. You know, our two local businesses, and I am going to give them a shout out, right? Both Adams Haulage and Johnson's Coaches have taken. We have spoken to them. They've been very proactive, and they see themselves as the way that they can slow down the traffic coming through. We might see them thundering around every now and again, but on the whole, they've got a difficult job. They're working, and like we said, we're not anti-business, we're just anti the speed. They're local businesses and they bring employment.